Hi guys, it's Mitch here. I'm just coming on to do the Facebook card reveals for you all. So, if you were drawn to the energy of card 1, we're going into the 10 of Cups. Now, this just sort of says here on the bottom of this card, I have all I wish for in my relationships, and that's exactly what this is about. 10 of Cups is a card of feeling contented, connected. It's almost like the happy family sort of card of the tarot, and everything emotionally feeling very rich, very luxurious, very sort of powerful. And that's not to mean that every sort of person or connection in your life is straightforward or perfect, but it's stopping to recognize and it's starting to feel really blessed by the people that you hold dear to you, the connections that are there, you know, for what they are and how they are. It's like this morning I was sort of watching Oscar just sort of, you know, interact with the builders, and he was very guarded, he was very cautious, he was quite, you know, playful with a couple of them. There's one he absolutely hated. He just did not want to acknowledge that particular person, and it was a bit embarrassing. But then I thought at the same time, do you know, that's what makes him special, that's what makes him unique and who he is as a person. So it's celebrating, you know, all of the quirkiness, that sort of way of being. So, and even though he has his ways and everything, I'd never change him because that wouldn't make him who he is, you know. Now, because I'm using the Crystal Power deck, these cards obviously also recommend a crystal of choice to be working with for the energy that you might find yourself in. So the crystal of choice for this card, it just says at the top there, is aquamarine. So for some of you that maybe are feeling this, that's the crystal to work with, to keep treasuring that and to hold on to that. If you're wanting to access this but you're not quite fully there yet, you're not feeling like everything is contented, connected, and you're not perhaps feeling completely at one with the energies around you in terms of the relationships that you hold. And this isn't just romantic, this is also with friends, family, work colleagues. It can be romantically as well, with children, with animals. Then aquamarine will be the crystal to be working with for you. So I hope you can make sense of that. Cherish and love the connections that are there for as long as they are possible and as long as they are accessible. Because that's the whole thing, you know, even though that can be amazing, we all know with the journey of life, as we all sort of transition forward and we get older, that at some point in our life that will be taken from us. So treasure it, embrace it, you know, hold on to it for as long as that is accessible. That's really important. Now, as we're going into card 2, we're going into the energy of the Page of Swords. And it just says here at the bottom, I take care of the detail and stay in control. Page of Swords is about sort of staying in control. It's cutting away from any sort of ties, anything holding you back or limiting you. Hence the sword being upright. This is about sort of victory and actively pushing forward, but not being sort of overwhelmed with life, not being sort of dictated to by experiences or states of play. You've got all the butterflies around with this card, and to me that's a real emphasis on growth and transformation, and a really important time to stay true to your belief systems, your ideas, how you want to be creating and living your life. Don't buy into somebody else's version of you. Stay connected with who you are, what you're about, where you want to be going, how you want to get there. The crystal of choice for this one is ametrine. So very powerful sort of stone, definitely a great stone to kind of, or crystal to work with to connect to a higher purpose, a higher power. Very powerful for sort of self-identity, that stone. So that's coming in as well there. But like it says, I take care of the detail and stay in control. It is about staying true to your principles, your beliefs and your values, and sort of singing to the rhythm of your own tune. Not hurting or harming anybody, but not sacrificing or limiting either. And finally, if you were drawn to card 3, we're going into the energy of the Temperance. Temperance card is very powerful when it shows, and it just says here at the bottom, I find clarity through calm. Now for me, the Temperance is about kind of breaking from the demands, the structure of the matrix system. It's really awakening and tapping into your calling, your power, your purpose, and it's almost like being brave enough to sort of live a life that other people may not follow, they may not fully understand. It's awakening, it's completely investing in yourself. And it's that whole sort of feeling of identity, purpose, really connecting with your spiritual principles, your spiritual values. So when we talk about, I find clarity through calm, it's almost like through self, sort of, you know, from sort of allowing the energy of sort of self acceptance to sort of come in, you find balance, you find peace, and she's ready to just sort of, you know, start a new chapter of her life. I say she because it's a she in the card, but this obviously can link to guys as well. The stone of choice here is blue calcite, a very great stone for communication, very calming, gentle stone to allow peace, to allow stillness and balance in. And this is definitely keeping your world comfortable but simple as well. Sometimes there may be a need to strip things back to basics a little bit before you sort of venture forward, but everything is blossoming, everything is growing. You've got this lovely big sun behind, and that's really wanting to charge everything up. So there's lots of light, there's lots of illumination coming into your world if you've been drawn to this card. There's a bit of fear here as well, because she's sort of got the cups back and forth. Emotions are feeling a little bit fearful, she's a bit cautious, she's dipping her toe in and out of the water, but something great, something fabulous awaits you. So if you're feeling a bit cautious and a bit scared to move or to venture forward, this card is encouraging you to do that, but in a very matter of fact, very authentic sort of way. So you're going to leave this with you. Hope the cards resonate. Have a great week, guys. Stay safe, stay well, and I'll connect with some of you lovelies very soon. Much love. Bye for now.